Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. It is Friday morning. Well deserved, isn't it? The weekend upon us now, and you get to enjoy yourself at least for a few hours this weekend. That's what we're hoping. Right now it's 60 as you're waking up, starting your day. Now this weekend's going to be warm. As we look at today, somewhere around 85. And I know I got a heater on behind me. It's blood thinner, I promise you. Over the weekend, 87 or so. But Tuesday is when things will start to make a change, as we'll get a high of about 59, and lo and behold, a frost. Yes, sir, Bob, our first of the season. About 35 is what we're expecting on Tuesday night. We'll have that for a couple of days there, and highs in the 50s. It's going to be a big change, so if you've got something to do in a short sleeve, this weekend is the time to do it. What was that, old Sam Cooke? A change is coming? I think it is. That's right around the corner. Welcome. I hope you feel good. We got a smile as we face this. We've got national headlines, stories that are shaping America. We're going to tell you all about that next, of what we know and what has gone on. All that's on the way. Let's get a good word from the man upstairs. Pass his on out to Collinsville. Let's go hear from Brother Ben.
Do you have any enemies? I mean, seriously, do you have anybody in your life that seems to just hate your guts? Is there somebody in your life, while you probably wouldn't say it out loud, you hate theirs? The broken world we live in gives us plenty of opportunities for enmity. And the world says, when it comes to your enemies, give no quarter, show no mercy, give them the worst, because that's what they would do for you. Do it to them before they do it to you. But beloved, Christianity often takes the world and its ways and turns it upside down. Where the world says, hate your enemy, Jesus said in Matthew, love your enemies and pray for those that persecute you. The Holy Spirit, through Apostle Paul, says to us in Romans 12:20, if your enemy's hungry, feed him. If he's thirsty, give him something to drink. Paul here is quoting the wisdom of Solomon. Again, Proverbs 25:21. That's the better way. That's the godly way. And when we do that, Paul says you'll heap burning coals on their head, which will burn them with conviction and scorn for mistreating you. And in the end, you'll overcome evil, not by evil, but by good. May you overcome evil God's way. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. And welcome back. Lots going on today. Always so good to get a great word there. Don't forget they'll be open Sunday morning beginning bright and early there for church services on Sunday. Then back again next Wednesday. Drop in somewhere around 10:30, 10 o'clock. They'll have things rolling as you're waking up. America, as we look at headlines this morning, is striking back as F-16s conducted airstrikes against Iranian forces that had wounded 21 U.S. soldiers. It's a good thing. If they hurt any more, I think they should retaliate even more. But that is the headlines there. Is this going to lead to more? We don't know. We'll watch it. In a sad state, I have to report this, and I hate I even have to bring this up, but it's true, so we need to pass along the facts of what's going on. California is where we go to this next story. Let me find the name of it. Richmond, California. Anyone know where that is? Well, it's not a place that I want to live, or actually even want to call a part of the U.S., as they are one of the first, maybe the first U.S. city to condemn Israel. Oh, you heard it right. Richmond, California, condemning Israel and accused the Jewish state of ethnic cleansing. They demand a ceasefire from Israel. Again, Richmond, California. Doesn't get much better as we go to New York City, as we see those taken to the streets, burning the stars and stripes on the ground because they don't agree with the United States helping the Jewish people who have been attacked when they didn't provoke it. This is sad. This is sad that this could happen on U.S. soil. I think someone needs a history lesson of what has gone on.
We're just something about the law. It's illegal to burn the stars.
It is illegal, as Odie points that out, to burn the stars and stripes. You don't do it. But we don't see anybody going after them for an arrest, do we? It needs to happen. Every time that is done, someone should go to jail. That's my opinion. You may not agree with it, but I really think it's a law, is it not? It is. It is a law. Have mercy, have mercy. As we go to last night, we reported Richard Card, the guy that is accused of shooting so many people in Maine. They surrounded the house, and they kept yelling, "Come out with your hands up." Well, he wasn't coming because he wasn't there. Speculation now is that possibly he has escaped into Canada. He's a mental ill person that is killed. Is it 18 that was confirmed? Originally, they had said it was 22. But 18 people died innocently. They think maybe he has slipped into Canada. Canada is on high alert as they search as well for this man. Hopefully it does not happen again. We're learning more this morning. Suzanne Summers. I think most of us grew up with her. If we didn't grow up with her, we knew who she was. Well, she done the Thigh Master. You couldn't help but sit there and watch her. You couldn't help it. She was Chrissy. And she went on to be on so many other different shows. We now found out that the cancer had spread to her brain, and she had fluid buildup on her brain is what finally in the end got her from the breast cancer. So tragic. I think we all loved her. You may not agree with everything in history, but destroying history is not the way to go. As we move to our next story, we go to Charlottesville, Virginia. Y'all remember when the statue of Robert E. Lee was taken down by cranes and sent off to a museum? Y'all remember that? Said it would be given somewhere, donated somewhere. It was sent to a museum. In the dark of the night, they took sawzalls and cut up Robert E. Lee and secretly had it melted down without telling the public. No, I'm not kidding. They've done this. That is not what you do to history. Now, again, you may not like history or understand history, but that is not the way to handle things, at least not in the United States. We see that happen in other countries. When you erase history, it becomes very bad. That did happen. Robert E. Lee statue, who had been there for quite some time, a bronze sculpted, is gone, forever melted down in a foundry. I thought you should know. Mike Johnson, the guy from Louisiana, who has been elected as Speaker of the House. Who is he? Well, he's already getting jumped on because he took a stand on what the Bible said. He says he's not changing because, well, it's written right in there. He did an interview with Hannity. I commend him for standing by his beliefs and what he said. You can try to twist things, but it all goes back to a book that I don't have one here in front of me. I did. I can't reach it. That never changes. It was written many, many years ago, and the Holy Bible has not changed. Now, people try to interpret it differently and change the meaning of things, but that's not the case. We wish him luck as being Speaker of the House. He's got a big job ahead of him. He's virtually an unknown guy.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I'd never heard of him, but he is a conservative. He stands on it. Most people are back at him. We do hope he does well with this job. Oh, we look at this. She's really moved up in the world, y'all. Taylor Swift now has become a billionaire. Wow. Never did I think when I got that CD in that day that said Tim McGraw, and I thought, what is this? And I listened to it, and I thought, boy, this is kiddie music. Did I think that she would be a billionaire? She's outdone me. I have to admit, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I didn't call that one on Taylor Swift back in the day. So I tip my hat to Taylor, a billionaire. That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Very, very impressive there as we look at that. Let's see here. Frustrated shoppers. Let's go to New York, New Jersey. Well, what's going on? Well, they go in a store, and maybe you want to pick up some baby milk. Maybe you want to pick up an item, but lo and behold, it's behind lock and key now, and you have to wait 40 minutes before an employee can come and lock it to give you what you need. Why? Theft. It's gotten horrible in these cities as people run in. They've had to put the slide, you've seen those, like they used to do smokes and cigarettes, behind the lock key of the glass. That's the way it is, baby milk and many, many other products now. Body wash is even locked up behind there because they're stealing so much. Eventually, the Amway thing, I guess what they started as the Amway thing years ago of ordering your products and you kind of making money off of yourself has turned into Amazon.
Yeah.
That's really what that is.
Oh, yeah.
It's made a big change, and a lot of people have switched to well, you don't have to go to the store. They deliver it to your house now with Walmart and Sam's and places like that. Times are changing. How are you doing with the changes? I I still am one of those that like to pick up a product and look at it.
When you find a store that has the product you need.
Odie just corrected me. Yeah, most everybody doesn't even have it. Like you take what I do for a living, there is absolutely no one that sells products or anything that can fix if something breaks in here.
When we lost Hooper
Yeah.
at the Radio Shack.
Yeah, when Hoopers went, we lost Radio Shack, and then Best Buy didn't have a whole lot, but it was better than nothing. But there is absolutely no place to buy one cord for what I do. So what do? You buy 3 to 4 and put it in stock in case something breaks. That is, I'm afraid, the way of the future of what is going on there. Let's see here. Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, people are used to this where you go deer hunting. We had lunch the other day where someone was talking about their deer patch was rooted up by a bunch of hogs. Yeah. Arizona is learning, but in a different way. They went out to the country club to play golf, and what happened? The hogs came to visit overnight and tore up the golf course. They're rodents. They're spreading like wildfire. One produces, 20, 30 a year?
Oh, yeah.
They're taking over the wild hog across America. That's happening. We got a lot more to talk about this morning. We got a big special guest this morning. Tim Miller, who used to be with the city of Meridian, will be in this morning. We got Josh Todd, a supervisor, coming in, and Commissioner Willie Simmons coming in this morning to talk about what's going on and with the election right around the corner. We got all this coming up. We got a house full loaded up for you this morning. It all kicks off at 7 o'clock. We'll be right back with your forecast right around the corner here at the Scotty Ray Report. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Welcome back. Let's take a look at radar. We are now picking up a good bit of what we would call, what is that stuff? Fog. Let's head to radar this morning as we pull up Meridian Honda radar. Look at this. Out to our south and southwest, we have a bunch of fog moving into Jasper County. We've got a lot really thick here around Hattiesburg, Laurel, if you're going to be traveling I-59 due south of here. Y'all look out. It's going to be heavy to where you can't see. This will stretch back over to Macomb and eventually make its way in the East Mississippi area of, through Newton, up through Philadelphia. Watch this in your travels this morning. It's hard to see when you do this. As we back out and just do a glimpse here, we've had some, believe it or not, yesterday we had tornado warnings that were issued throughout Texas. We watched that closely. We do have some showers southwest of Vicksburg. It's not going to make it to the Meridian area or even the Jackson area. A little bit going on in the Mississippi Delta. Don't get your hopes up. It's not coming here. Not going to happen. I hate to break that to you. And for those who thought it was going to snow on Halloween, it's not going to do that either. They missed Weather 101. Yeah, it still hadn't changed. It's the same old thing. Let's get into our forecast now.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Righty, I got to get my buttons started there. I went to the wrong place. All right, let's get this started. Let's go back and take a look at what went on with the weather. It was 2010. We had a record high of 88. The record low was set this is a long time ago. 1898, we had a record low of 29 degrees on this date. Cold year it was. They were waiting for the turn of the century. Sunshine expected today. 85 is what we'll get Meridian and back through Newton, even over to Jackson and McGee. As we go northward through Philadelphia, 1 or 2 degrees difference as we'll hit 84 from that stretch through Noxapater up to Mississippi State to Bully Dog. Back over to the Mississippi Delta at 87. Even as we get back into Bastrop, a little warmer as we get into Louisiana to the south, about 83. As we move into the Demopolis area there at the river, about 84, and we should see that in Livingston, Alabama as well. Cooler weather in Birmingham and as well as south to Montgomery, about 83, 82 in Troy. Now, as we look at this is the frost that is anticipated Tuesday night, possibly Wednesday morning as well. As we look here, Noxubee County, you're going to be getting your share of frost. Even the northern portion of Neshoba County will have frost as we'll move back over and see that Leake County will have some also there throughout the Mississippi Delta. Now, it's not forecasted for Newton and Clark counties and Lauderdale County, but we are a few days out. We never know what Mother Nature might bring us. We're looking for lows to be about 35 that night. Burr. Now, what's happening with the fog as we just looked at this? This is what the National Weather Service has put out, even showing that a little bit will show up there in Clark County this morning before it's all done. This will burn through about 9 o'clock this morning. Be cautious to the south and southwest of the Meridian area if you're traveling today. Visibility could be kind of rough there. As we look at this is that cool front that we've been watching move from Texas as it has reached Louisiana, Mississippi, into Alabama, and to the Carolinas. And here's that 7-day forecast as we look at today, 85, down to 60 tonight. Enjoy yourself if you're a summertime person, because it's going to be perfect all the way through the weekend, with highs anywhere from 85 to 87. Monday, still holding on in the 70s, but we have the change come Tuesday with a high of about 59, 57 on Wednesday and nighttime lows into the 30s. Our first taste of winter. Burr, burr, and burr. The fire department will be called out a lot. We know what's coming. People will turn on the heater, and what's that smell? I think my house is on fire. Go ahead this weekend, open up a window, turn it on, and burn that dust off. Those boys got other things to be doing next week. Go ahead and take care of that. As we look for another 7 days, we go all the way to November the 10th, we'll show that we got 60s and 70s for the highs. Not bad weather at all with sunshine. Our biggest chance of rain will move in somewhere around the 5th. At only a 21% chance. On the 9th, 24. It's not big chances of rain at all. What does that mean for you? It means that burn ban is going to be with us for a little bit longer. That's what it all stands for. Watch it. Don't burn yet. Take it to all. We got several of these county dumps that you can take things to if it gets overwhelming. My shop's got boxes everywhere. I guess I'm going to have to take a razor blade and cut them up and haul them off because it's not going away. Let's look at what's going on with the National Hurricane Center this morning. And I can't do it there because, well, I didn't update that page. So let's just go over here and do it the old-fashioned way. Let me pull it up from the page so you can see what we're looking at. We've got two systems that we are watching from the National Hurricane Center, and here it is. It's a 50% chance of this first one developing. It's here in the Atlantic. We watch this down here at a 30% chance. Now, we've got only a week left of hurricane season. Then we'll move into tornado season. Nothing happened with these two yet. They're just trying to develop 30 and 50% chances. We'll watch that and let you know what becomes of it, if it's anything to be concerned about as it tries to make its last stand. Let's talk about fishing for this Friday. Who wants to go? Your best time? Well, it's going on now through about 6:40. Oh, it's over. Too bad. Later it's going to be after dark before you even get a chance at that. You got another chance coming up at 11 o'clock today. 11 to 1 is a great fishing time. Let's pull it up here from Chet and take a look at this. Right there is where you need to be. About 10:40, be on the fishing bank. It should be pretty good to catch a bass or two. Maybe you're into catfishing. Let's talk about deer hunting now. As we all know, that's well underway. We'll have gun seasoning opening up in November before long. Bow season's still going. Let's see, the best time to go today is going to be somewhere around 10:47 today. That's when to be up a tree. The wind's not going to be too bad, around 5 miles an hour. So that's better than what we've had lately as we pull this up so you can see what I'm looking at. I was trying to hide it. Yeah, in disguise. There it is, your best times to go. Brought to you by our friends there at Collinsville Meats. Take a kid hunting. You'll enjoy yourself. That's what it's all about. Fun sitting together and talking. Well, maybe not too loud. We all know that person you go hunting and staying with. They just can't hush. Oh, it happens. It happens. We're moments away from getting the morning show started at 7 o'clock. I hope you'll come back. As we said, Tim Miller's in the house. I don't know what he's here to talk about. We'll find out in a minute. Could be a surprise. We never know. Great event coming up he's going to be telling us about. And also, we'll have Josh Todd rolling in, Willie Simmons, a commissioner. We got a lot of folks here to talk shop today. Coffee Zone, we'll be back. I hope you'll join us. We're about 5 minutes from firing off again. It's all because of you, and thanks for all you do. We'll be right back to give you the headlines and all that's going on in the area. Right around the corner at the Scotty Ray Report.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.